And I do want to apologize, folks, because it was something that was obvious that was preventing me from being able to process this form. I didn't put these brackets around. You have to put the brackets around whenever you have multiple possible requests. This way you can then do a regular, like we can do this. I can go like Rock Hudson and we can update it. My computer's slow for some reason. And as you can see, my name changes and up there the initials change, but we don't want that. So we'll go like this and we'll say, Karma, stuff, blah, blah, blah. Let's change the picture. Now, this was what I was talking about before. If I were to put up something like my last novel, it's going to give me an error message, but it'll still update this. So you get two different checks or whatever. But, I mean, I can live with it if you can live with it. Not a big deal. But let me change the picture now and I'll show you. If we were to put this one on, see the picture changes. The only problem I have is the, the way the picture looks. So let's fix that. Let me go like this. Where were we? Profile picture interior. I don't need that anymore. Let's go to my view. Fix initials, profile picture interior is where we have the image. Let me just say, if I don't border radius, it's gonna look weird. Well, let's start eliminating some things. Let's go like this. I do like, I would like to move that down, but I think this is gonna make a mess. No, not really. Do I have the right, hold on. Profile pic interior. Profile pic interior image. Let me take a look. Shouldn't take this long, but profile pic interior. There's my image. It is a square, but I just don't like. Hold on. Yeah, it's really not. It's not supposed to be a square. Profile interior, profile pic. Interior. And here I thought I was saving myself the trouble. Do I need that? I might not need that. No, you know what? Let's get rid of that. I may not need that. I do. It's not really. I thought because it was inside, it would make a difference, but it's not. That's better, but that's fine. It looks like crap. You could use JavaScript to sort of update the pixelation or maneuver it better. Laravel has, that's good. That's fine. Anyway, let's go on to the customers. We haven't done anything with the customers yet. We did all this stuff with the users. The one thing I want to change with the customers is in the details. I want to make sure that the assigned ID is nullified or nullable, because we don't want that really updating until we update it ourselves. So we'll say that it's null. Now, if we look at the customers table, excuse me, we didn't put any validation in there. Let's do that now. Let's go public function validation default. We'll start with validator. The first one we want, again, these all have to be inputted. The first thing we want is, in customers, we want to make sure that we have first name, last name, right? Now this is just customers. So we go not empty entity. Right? What was it? It's not. Isn't it not empty entity? Not empty string. Sorry, not empty string. So let's put a not empty string. And we'll go first name, and we'll have the error message say enter a fucking first name, and then we want to extend that to min length, and we'll say first name, and we'll put up 3, and we'll say the first name cannot be less than 3 characters. We'll go to max length, and that will be first name, and that will be 50. The first name cannot be more than 50. And we drop down here. If you want, you could keep it going. Not empty string. Last name. Enter. Now, we can't just do first name, last name. We have to make sure that we do the details as well. Last name to the last name. It is freaking hot in my room. Cannot 2 ends be less than 2 characters, which again is basically, it can't be blank long, but you never know. And max length. Last name. 60, last name cannot be. I don't know if it was 60, and we'll just return our validator. That's all we need. That's all we need. We have the timestamp, but the details needs a little bit more details to it. We already have that it belongs to customers. Because that's all it is. It's just, it belongs to, we don't care who's putting it in. We just care who, the only thing that we care about in terms of, and you know, I think I should, what I could do is I can change the assign ID to the assign first name and last name, but we could do that. It's up to you. You can do that. I just want to see if, and then we go validator, and we'll say, now we got a bunch of things here. The details. We need to make sure that the address is not empty. We have to make sure that the state is not empty and can only be 2 characters. We have to make sure the zip code is not empty and can only be an integer. Birth date is not empty. Age is not empty. We're going to generate the age in a certain way. And that's it. And that's all we need. The assigned ID we're going to be doing on our own. You want to be able to manipulate the data, or you want to be able to check the data that the user is putting in, not the one that you're going to automatically put in. Automatically put in, that's up to you. Now we're going to go not empty string. I'm going to say address, enter a home address, and then we're going to say min length, address. And we'll say 10. No, we'll say 5. The customer's address. No, the address can't. I'll just say can't be less than 5 characters. And just to make sure we don't exceed what's in the database, since I'm looking at it, the address cannot be more than 150. I don't know whose address would be that long, but whatever. Now, not empty string state, enter. Oh yeah, that's right, I don't want to put in that. Comes out all warped. State. What you can do is you can make the state, and I've done this before, you can make the state a selectable type in HTML, and like if you go here, for instance, right, you can say US state list select, US state select list, right, and you can go here, and you can just download, like you can just copy paste this, so that they have no choice, they have to select these states. The only thing is to do that in our form format is going to be a mess. I mean, it's going to take forever, and I've already wasted enough of your time. So we'll just make it max length. We'll make state. We'll make 2. And we could also do that in the HTML. You can say that the form, the input field can't be more than 2. You know. The state cannot be more than 2 characters. Man, we don't want numbers in there, but I don't think. Not alphanumeric means it can't be numbers or letters. Not ASCII, not blank, not the array, not date, not to date, not to string, not to time. There's really nothing else I can do. I'll just keep it like that. And next on the list, zip code, which I would like to be just numbers. Empty string. Zip code. Enter. Zip code. And max length would be zip code. Would be 10. This is so it can pop it out if somebody does something stupid. More than 10 characters. And we'll do a min length of 5 because you're either going to put in, 5 or 10 typically. At least 5 characters. This is one thing about Cake that I'm not a big fan of is their validation format. Birth date. Birth date, not empty date, right? Empty date. Birth date. Enter. And that's it for that. In that age, we're going to do our own, but at the same time, just in case. And again, I want it to be numbers only, not negative integer. That is not a valid age. And I think that's it, right? Status goes on its own. Yeah, that's it. So we're done. Let's put a little semicolon and let's return our validator. Now then, time to make the form. Time to make the donuts. Let me just see, where are we? Okay, 13 minutes. Let me get out of, we're done with the users. We don't need to do anything with users right now. Pages we're going to keep open, and I'm going to need my notes for 1 second because there's a function that I have to put together that I looked up more or less. So I want to make sure that I have that ready. Where's my Shush me new dictionary, no templates, no. That's Weber, isn't it? Yeah, because that makes sense. Let's go to pages. Oh, okay, I'll do it. Open with Notepad. As you see here, calculate age. It's JavaScript, so it's grotesque, and I got to figure it out. But anyway, we'll get to that later. Details table, we're going to keep open for now. Customers table, we're going to keep open for now. Let's go over to the layouts, and we'll make a folder called customers. And I'm just going to put all the pages in there. Get it over with. Customers, we have the index.php. And we'll do that first. We'll have the view.php, which is the individual customer. We will have the edit.php, which is obvious. And we're not going to delete. I think we're good. I think we are good. All new index view. Oh yeah, duh. You got to make a new one, right? And that is add.php. While we're at it, so let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. We're going to start with the index. The index is going to show you the last 15. Let me just double check. No, I'll look at them later. Anyway, let me go over to the routes. Well, first we got to make a. We don't have to do it first, but I'm going to do it first. We have to make a controller. Customers controller.php. As I've been saying, I like CakePHP a lot. I really do. It's really convenient. There's a lot of things about it that I do enjoy. But the only problem I have with Cake is it's just very, very set in its place. It's very set. And you got to just be careful with that. Oh, namespace is app controller. Sorry. I'm getting overzealous. And then this is use, was it Cake, controller. But again, I was used to Laravel. Laravel makes everything easy. Laravel is just my favorite. In case you haven't noticed. Extends controller. I think it's just controller, or is it? It's app controller. Okay, I haven't made a controller in a while. And then we're gonna pop it, and we're gonna go down here. We're gonna say public function index, and as you know, which the Nostalgia Critic says is the worst form of writing, as you know. And we'll just do our, well, we'll do it later. Public function view ID, and that. Public function edit ID, we'll do that. Public, I probably should put the add, but whatever. No, we don't need an add ID. Now, we're ready. Let's route it up. With the routes, you could basically just say slash whatever. Like we could just say slash view star and then say look at the control, the user's controller and action view, and it'll automatically take us to user's view. The naming conventions here are somewhat convenient. I'll give it that. Again, they built it off of basically making Ruby on Rails. I would definitely put in these extensions when you have different controllers with similar name functions. You just really need to know what you're looking at here. You want to kind of be, you don't want to be like, wait a minute, was that the view? Oh wait, the customer. You want to just kind of see it. Come on, I don't want to see it. View, and then we'll do a star. You can do an ID, but for some reason it doesn't work for me. I don't know why. So I just do star, and then I just do the checks and the functions, the controller functions. Again, it's up to you. You do what you want to do. I'm just getting you started here. We're gonna, as I keep promising, we are going to get into more thorough and intricate websites, and I'm going to work on my JavaScript, unfortunately for me, because I can't stand JavaScript. I can't stand JavaScript because it's so gross. And I don't like jQuery. jQuery is just... I used to live off jQuery, but it's just dumb. $sign instead of document, who cares? Same thing. And I don't like Vue or Angular or any of that crap. Because you have to build the whole thing in JavaScript. And JavaScript is so pretentious. Python's pretty pretentious, but JavaScript is so pretentious. JavaScript is... The people that create JavaScript basically think they're God's gift to humanity. And everything has to be in JavaScript. Meanwhile, that's how things get hacked, because everything's in JavaScript. Everything's front-ended, so how is it not getting hacked? Stupid. Anyway, there's my rant for the day. All our routes are ready. Everything's ready. Let's go to our index, which again is our all, as you can see there. And now I have to make the, there I am. I already made the, okay, so we can do that. So now we have to go over here and keep it open for now. We have to go to the index and we have to set our things. Problem is we have to implement the user stuff over here. So the way we do that, the first thing I want to do is I want to get customers. And customers equals this. Customers. Let me think. How do I want to do? Do I want to do a pagination? Let me see. Do I want? I don't know. I don't want to do a pagination. Okay. How do I want to do this? Do I want to do? I want to do the most recent that are on a, like I want to do the new ones. So let me just double check something. PHP. Let me just go like this. Here's CakePHP's website, by the way. Let me just go to Query Builder. I want to see how. I want to see how we can just get the last 15. Or let me see. How do I get just 15? All find blah blah blah. Find is basically a function that says find it, and then all is get all of it, more or less. But I want to see, how do I limit it to 15? Because again, I just and I also want to make sure that they're not assigned. I want to make sure that they're new. Like you only see the last new 15. I didn't want to do this on screen, but we're going to do this on screen. There it is, limit 50. Okay, so that's what I wanted. And I could do a where clause in there too. Right? Where, okay. So we'll do that. Find where status U limit 15. I put the limit inside as a number, right? Right, okay. So there we go. That should do it. That's customers. And the user, again, we have to take, well, we'll do, no, user should be fine. We'll do this get table locator, and I think it was get, right? Yeah. Get users. Whoops. Wait, I've done this before. Why does this seem like it's so difficult right now? Hold on. Let me go back to my notes for a sec. Resources. It's in. Hold on. I just want to take a look at my notes for 1 second. Source. Why can't I remember that? Source controller. Customers. Because I had this down to a science. Okay, that's what it was. All right. Oh yeah, I didn't have to pass. Okay, there you go. Because all I really need was the initials. The session will take care of itself. Boy. Okay. Equals user ID. This get session read ID. Contain details. No, contain profiles. And first. And then I can go this set title to customers. This set initials to current user profile initials. And this set layout or get layout. It's get layout, right? It's set layout, isn't it? Sorry, it's been a week. View builder set layout. View builder set layout. That's base. And then this set customers to customers. Let's hold our collective breaths. What's wrong with my get session? Oh, request, sorry. Forgot about the request. You got to request the session. Let's hold our collective breaths. Okay, go to customers. It was not found. What? I put that in there, didn't I? Oh, what the hell is this then? Dude, you serious? Customers index. Oh, you know why? Because I have it in layout. Yeah, I want it there instead. Okay, there we go. So let's look at our variable. Let's look at our variable. So we have customers. We have no customers, so it doesn't matter. But there it is. And if you look, here's our SQL query. Select customers as customers ID, customers user, where status equals limit 15. Status equals, what the hell is that? Whatever. Let me take a look. Well, I mean, it would comp out if it was just status equals U. But as you can see, that's our query right there. I don't know what this is. But we'll figure that out. That's what it's called, right? Status U. Yeah. Okay. Limit 15 and blah, 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 blah. And there are initials. There's the title. So we're good. We're ready to go. Now we just have to fashion it, which I will do when I come back. In just a second, I will see you then.